Hello everybody, this is going to be a short tutorial about making a choice board for Google Classroom. So there are several ways to make a choice board. I chose to use Google Docs, but if you look up on YouTube you'll see that people use Google Slides. And the process is similar. It's just that you have slides that have your information and you link from slide to slide. When I first set this up, I just immediately went to Google Docs and then went from there. So there's two things that you'll need to create. Okay, one is the choice board section. Okay, and that is basically just a table that you're putting items in. Okay, if you're familiar with making tables, then that'll be really clear to you. The other that I found was because I'm using, for instance, my Kelso lessons from last year, so they're YouTube videos. Because I need to have them all in one place, I created another document, and this one is I just put a Kelso banner here, and then I said click each lesson below and complete the Flipgrid activity. And so I have lesson 1, and then I have a Flipgrid activity underneath it, and lesson 2 and a Flipgrid. And I may change this page. This is how I first designed it, but I may make a table that has check boxes so they can check box when they've done each lesson. I'm thinking about that and just thinking that as I look at it to organize it differently. So there's two things that you create. The first, the choice board, where you put your information, what you want them to choose. And the second, you're going to create I needed to create a document that linked to all my YouTube videos of Kelso lessons. For my virtual office, I linked to that through my old Google Classroom. And my read alouds, I also linked through my my virtual office, because I have a second page in my virtual office where these books lead you to my read alouds. And then the virtual calming room is part of my website. All right, so that's a lot of talking. Let's get started. There's so many different ways to do this, and so I'm just going to show you how I did it. But again, the sky's the limit. You can do what you want and create it how you want. So to begin, go to Drive, click on this New button, and if you're going to use Google Docs, click on Docs. If you're going to use Slides, use Slides, okay? So go to Open a New Doc, okay? So the first thing we're going to create is the actual choice board, okay? So I've got this blank page. So the first thing I'm going to do is go up here to File, and I'm going to look at the page setup. And I'm going to leave the margins where they are at 0.7 all the way around, and I'm going to leave it in portrait mode. But again, this is personal preference, okay? But I am going to choose a page color. So, right now it's on this kind of mauve, so I think I want this one to be a little different. Our school colors are red and black, and I'm going to do that in the text. So I think I'm going to have the background be more of a gray. Okay, so I chose that gray. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so, and you can do that again. You don't have to have a background color, but I like it. Okay, so all right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert. So go up here to the Insert menu, go down to Table, and I can't remember what I did. Let me look here really quick. So I had, so I have 3 columns, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Okay, so we're going to go here to Insert, Table. So I have 3 columns, and I have 4 rows. And you can always add more columns and more rows as you grow this, but this is how I started it, okay? All right, so this is pretty blank, right? So you'll notice on my original that this looks like just one cell, my Duncan Counseling K through 3 choice board. And again, I made the K through 3 choice board for kindergarten through third all the same because the Kelso lessons are the same for that grade level. Now, eventually, as I add to this choice board, I'll probably break it up by grade level because the bully prevention lessons that I did and the child protection lessons that I did, they're specific to grade level. And so again, I'll probably break this up after this first quarter, but this is what I started with for K3. Fourth and fifth, they have their own separate boards because I didn't combine those lessons last year. So back to the start. I talk a lot, don't show you very much. So I'm going to copy my title here. I'm going to go back to my start and notice, okay, these three, I need to merge these three to make one cell. So the way to do that, you go up here to the Format menu, Format, and you go down to Table, and you'll notice there is a Merge Cells button. Click that. Okay, that made those three cells that I highlighted merge together. And now I'm going to paste my title in there. And now I want it to have that red background. So I'm going to select that cell again. And then there are three dots over here to the right. Click on those dots and a little paint bucket shows up, which is the background color. Okay? And I want mine to be red because we're red and black. There we go. I've already got it started. Okay? Let's go back to my original. So I have a Kelso poster and Kelso's choices. Okay, so now I need to find that Kelso poster. Okay, so this first cell is going to be that Kelso poster. So I can go insert and I can insert an image and I can search the web or go to Drive or upload from my computer. Well, I happen to have the Kelso poster on my computer, so I'm going to upload from my computer. You may have to search the web if you don't have it already on here, or you can use I know the curriculum that has a disk in it that you can load the Kelso poster. So that's what I did, and so here they are. I've got all the Kelso posters, and let's see, is that it? That's the new one. Okay, let's use that one. Okay, so this is the new version of the Kelso Choice poster, so we're going to use that one. So I went and found it where I keep it in my Documents folder. I have a Kelso folder. I have a Posters and Banner folder. I know. If you don't know anything about me, you know that I'm pretty detailed about how I store stuff, but that's just how my brain works, okay? All right, so I'm going to insert that. All right, and then I'm going to click Return, and I'm going to call it Kelso's Choices, okay? And I don't like just plain Arial, so last year I really started to like this Acme font, so I'm going to choose Acme, and you can find different fonts. I'm going to increase the size to about, let's go to 18. And I'm also going to center it. Okay. All right. So that's the first part of our choice board. So we have our title and we have our first section. So now we have to go and create that document that has our Kelso lessons on it that we're going to link to. Okay. So again, go to Drive. Click New. This is yet again another Google Doc. Okay. And it's pretty blank. This one I'm just going to leave the way it is. And you notice I found this poster on the web. So I'm gonna just go ahead and copy that. I found it on the web. And so I'm just going to insert that. Okay, and then I'm going to add some text. And I think what I'm going to do here is do that table that I talked about. So I'm going to go up to the Insert and Table, and I have a lesson, and I have a Flipgrid activity. So I have two things that I want them to do, and there's 4 of them, so I'm going to do a 2 by 4. Okay, and in this first one I'm going to type in lesson 1, and then activity Flipgrid. Okay, and then the second one I'm going to type lesson 2, and I'm going to do the same here. I'm just going to cut and paste, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. And then here I have lesson 3 and lesson 4. Okay. And I'm going to select all of this material, and I think I like to center things, so I'm going to center them. I'm going to increase the font so it's nice and big. Okay. And looks kind of plain, doesn't it? I think I'm going to insert a Bitmoji. So I'm going to insert an image and upload it from my computer, and I've got to go find where I put my Bitmojis. I think they're here. Let's see. Bitmoji's right here. And I thought I had one. Yeah, a frog. We're just going to insert this one. Ooh, that's a little big. So I'm just going to make it a little smaller and put a little space in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Okay, so now I've got my Kelso activity page, and again I would add some more detail to that, but I have to link these lessons. So I have to go to my YouTube channel. So open YouTube, click on your person, go to YouTube Studio, and on YouTube Studio, okay, at YouTube Studio, I'm going to go to my content, and then I have to look for my videos. Kelso K1. Okay, here, this one right here. Kelso 1 K3. Okay, so click on this and I can get a shareable link right here. You guys know how to do this. Okay, so find your lesson that you did. So I just found it, and now I'm going to go here. I'm going to highlight this cell, okay, the text in this cell. And then I'm going to go up here to this link button, insert link, and I'm going to paste Command V, or you can go up to edit and paste, but Command V works. Okay, paste. Oh, wait, no, back. Come on. Come on. Okay. Command V and apply. Okay, so now this square goes to that lesson. So it'll pull up that lesson. Okay. And then my Flipgrid, you have to, if you did, I did Flipgrids. So let me just log into that really quick. I really liked using Flipgrids. Kids liked using Flipgrids. And so it's pretty straightforward on using it. Let me just log in really quickly here. Okay, so I had a practice grid that I would practice on, and then I have, okay, my initial Flipgrids. So it's going to be at the bottom. Let's see, lesson 2. All right, I think it's this one right here. When faced with a big problem, who do you go to get help? Everybody else, okay. So I'm going to have to clear out these responses by these students. But basically, for this activity, if I want a student to do it, I would click on the share button and I would copy that link, just like I did my YouTube video. Then I would go back here and I would insert that link, okay, and apply. And that takes them then to that Flipgrid activity where they can record a response. It's kind of fun for them to do. They can put stickers and different things on so that they can have fun making their response. So once I have this document where I need it, this is the critical step, okay? So this is how you're going to get all of these lessons, once you've linked all these, to your choice board. So you go over here. Oh, you need to name it and give it a name like Kelso Lessons K through 3, okay? I'm just going to leave it as Lesson 1 because I already have one called Kelso Lessons K through 3. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to File. I'm going to go down to this Publish on the Web. So you click on Publish on the Web, and it gives you this statement, making your content visible to anyone and publish on the way. You can link or embed your document, learn more. We're just going to publish, okay? And it asks, are you sure? Yep, I'm sure, this is what I want. Okay, this is the link. You're going to copy this, which you're going to hold the Command key and the C, and you're going to copy this, okay? So it's going to make this document live on the web. When they open it, they won't see all the editing or the menu bar features. They'll just see the document and they'll be able to click on the links, okay? So I published it and I copied that link. Now I'm going to go to my choice board and I'm going to highlight the poster and my title. I'm going to go up here to this link button and I'm going to paste that link that I just copied. And I'm going to apply it, and then after that is done, I'm going to publish this to the web, okay? And after I publish that, and I'll copy this link, I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to open a tab and paste it, and this is what they see. So they see my Duncan Counseling K3 chessboard, or choice board, and they see this link which leads to Kelso's Choices. If I click on that link, then they see my activity page. And that is basically how you do a choice board. I hope this is helpful, and if you have questions, please contact me. Thank you.